Hello guys, Showy here playing more Danganronpa. I am currently with Kyoko and we're making it to the repository where the two corpses must be that she wants to examine because she's a creepo. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
So then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed by using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. More comfortable. Comfortable. Um, Something else?
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? I don't remember anything. He did?
whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you say he had a watch.
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had this encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime after 6.
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey you, how long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he started pointedly his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words,
In other words, if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added to the truth bullets.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there is something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? She's using me as a laborer. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it? Doesn't seem like much a clue, huh? Isn't it? Maybe that's the... Maybe he received another note, just like Hiro.
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. Should I look? Um, they are saying the same thing that before. Hmm. Well, maybe Kyoko can tell us something better. Did you find anything?
indeed,
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper.
that's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed,
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. So you looked inside his pants, huh? In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It is just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note. I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else, and so on.
so...
That sounds very familiar. It's the same thing that Hiro said. Then he was telling the truth.
However...
Although it's not exactly the same, is it? No, because Hiro was at 1 AM and they were like afterwards. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said at 1 AM, but the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 AM.
Is that right?
Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean that it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. So that was proof of something.
Hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think that they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Oh no. Class trial already?
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
That was fast, god damn it.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death.
That is so over the top.
And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot.
The usual spot.
Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school.
We shall.
See you soon.
See you soon, Monokumi.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
We shall. Okay. Guys, this is the moment of truth. However, I don't feel with the energy to play this right now. This will be a long and difficult trial, extending for more than 2 hours probably. So I shall do it another time. Thank you for watching. Please come next time to see us do the class trial. It will be very, very exciting. I am so eager to know who the culprit is. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe, and see you next time. Goodbye.